You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Yeah, it is. It's Grammy, honest and for true. Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. Excuse me, I just got choked up. I hate when that happens. Damn it, all to hell. Yeah, this is Grammy Mary, and you are in, or I'm in my rocket chair, which it is actually rocking. Not rocketing, because once again, Burrito Lady didn't show up this morning. Damn it, I have no fuel. I do have a kitty cat in my lap, though. And it is a Freaker Friday, so let's start it off real freaky, okay? Yeah, I just did, didn't I? So, how y'all doing? It's coming up on the weekend. I know I was 30 seconds early, Grim, but I was sitting here like, okay, should I get distracted or should I start? And so I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll just start because I'd get distracted and then I'd be screwed. Blue tattooed. Oh, wait, I am tattooed and I have blue hair. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Wow. Yeah, it is a Freaky Friday, isn't it? Okay, over here on this Twitter, I see RLM Radio, Freedom's Network, and Real Liberty Media have tweeted me. Thank you ever so much, guys. I truly do appreciate it. I also see I have lost a couple of stalkers. I must be getting a little bit better at turning those corners. That's got to be what it is. Because, yeah, I'm down to 351. I'm still over the 350 mark, though, so booyah. Oh, let me take a peek here. Let's see. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. That is true. Thank you, Elaine, for sharing that. That's kind of a cool tweet. I think I will like that. I think I will retweet that. I think I will retweet it with a little heart. That's what I think I'll do. Because, you know, distracted and all. That's me. I think it's my middle name. Grammy Distracted Rocket Chair. Hey there, B. How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut down this Twitter because I did find a couple of really fun things on there whilst I was perusing and getting distracted before coming online. So let me go check and see who's over here on this effing site. I see Grimmy is over here. Thank you, hun, for sharing that over here on Freedom's Network. I see Loki Luck is here as well. And looky there, the lovely Mary B is here. Hey there, Mary B. How you doing? And I'm here as well. And over on Facebook, wherever that is, there it is. The lovely Mary B is here as well. So, wow. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. Hi, Leah. How are you doing, sweetheart? And Ashton. Hi, Ashton. How are you doing, hon? Not too often that I see you popping in over here and liking my going online and going live on the radio. And I see Patrick is also live at some kind of concert thing. Hope you're having fun, Patrick. Okay. Now, corner pocket. Let's see who's playing in their pocket. I see Nate is over here, and he's hassling Nelson Dubois about a shitty cabinet from IKEA. You know what? If I had a new cabinet, I wouldn't care if it was shitty and white. It's a new cabinet. I have another place to put stuff, because I have lots of stuff. Entirely too much stuff. I also see JJ's is over here. And the lovely Moosey just joined in. And there is, Fleet just timed out. Bummer. Who else is loitering over here? I think that's pretty much, Talus is just being Talus. Because, yeah, can't help himself. He's, bots are kind of odd sometimes. And Nenson says because it's not important, not enough to be motivated enough to go upstairs. That is an awful lot of effort, to go take a picture of a shitty IKEA cabinet. Oh, well. I don't blame you, hun. Don't let them pester you. You want me to come over there? Don't make me come over there. Yes. I see you over here, JJ's. Okay, and over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static, because, yeah, I get little pop-ups when you give me static over here. So, I see Rob Works just fired up the bubbler because he is the man. That's just kind of the way he rolls, and I truly do appreciate it, hon. But right up top, I see Barman is up there. Wow, Barman, how did you get top billing? What'd you do? Call in everybody's tab? Say, come on, pay up? That must be why you got top billing. I also see Grimner is here, who is the RLM god. Oops, too long of a leak. You know what, hon? Trust no one. I'm forever posting too long of links. And I've been told that if the link is, well, just move along. Hi, Moosey. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having an absolutely awesome day. It's Friday. Woohoo! Coming up on the weekend. And also Mother's Day weekend. And I got flowers for Mother's Day from my youngest daughter, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and they smell really good, and I was just really, really tickled because they got delivered while I was scrubbing the showroom floor, and it's like, oh, thank you, I can take a break and go smell my flowers. And I also got one of those exercise ropes from my oldest daughter. You know the really big, heavy rope thingies that you wrap it around a pole, and then I'll be pole dancing with a rope later. I know, like you really needed that mental image, didn't you? Well, you're welcome. I put it there. I also see, Grimmy and Moose Girl are going to be on later on this evening with the Freakers Ball, so be sure to either stick around or check back, because that's always a good time. How do I know this? Because I listen until I fall asleep. Not that it's boring, just that I'm a little old blue-haired lady, and I have a tendency to fall asleep. Because then I wake up at like 6 the next morning. So what the hell? Okay, I also see the lovely Kate is here. Hey there, Kate. How you doing? Alias D, or Alias, is here, as well as Asmo. Hey there, Asmo. You're kind of upper middle. That's a rather appropriate place for you to be. If you're like Flash, I should say. I also see Chalcedony is here, as well as, looky there, the lovely Circles is logged in. I don't know if she's necessarily awake and listening, but she's logged in. And looky there, we got a Chloe and a Chloe lefty. Do you have a Chloe righty as well? Because I'm a lefty. I'm a southpaw. Although I'm not a true southpaw, because I basically eat and write with my left hand. Everything else I do right-handed, so. Well, no, wait a minute. Do I bat left? I have to stop and think here. I haven't played softball in so damn long that I don't remember if I bat left-handed or right-handed. I know I've batted. I swung both ways. At least at softball. Hi. Yeah. Hi, Dakota. How are you doing? You know, it is a Freaky Friday, so I got to talk freaky, right? Frumpy is here. Hi there, Frumpy. How you doing? And yeah, I'm here, kind of, sort of, maybe, almost. Yeah. IB Don C is here as well. Hey, sweetheart, are you done? Dun, dun, dun. Was today your last day? Booyah, bonus round? Huh? Inquiring minds would like to know. I didn't really get to pay a whole heck of a lot of attention to the chat today, so yeah. I don't know if you mentioned that today was your last day. I'm doing the little chair dance for you. I also see Java Doctor 2 is here. And he says bankers are in charge. Well, bankers like you to charge, but I think they need to be charged. You know, you can take that however you want to, whether it's with a cattle prod or, handcuffs or both. Whatever. JJ's is here. Hey there, JJ's. I did get to listen to you this afternoon. I had one earbud going with JJ's playing, and then the other ear was free to answer phones. 'Cause yeah, them damn phones decided to just go nuts. So yeah, I had you were like background elevator music, only not. I'll bet that makes you feel real good, don't it? Well, it was cool. It was all good. I enjoyed myself, which is, yeah, not unusual for me. ICP Bunyan is here. Hey there, dude. Felling any trees lately, or are you still kind of doing the backstroke? Are you guys still getting the rain, that wet stuff falling from the sky? And looky there, there's Rob Works again after he fired up that bubbler and passed it around, and everybody in the chat truly appreciates that, Rob. You are the man. I also see Trust No One. Oh, let me do this right. Trust No One. You know, got to do the sound effects. I think it's expected of me. Speaking of sound effects, I can still reach my... Seeing as how... Let me see. Do I need to... Yeah, turn it on. And... I haven't done that in a while. Oh, I'll grow up one of these years. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. BTC Bob is in the house. Hey there, BTC Bob. How you doing? I also see Colfax 101, that really cold street out there in Denver. Although it's probably not so cold anymore. I think their temperatures were in the 80s today. I also see Dimma is in the house. Dim, and Free Enslaved. Hey, Free Enslaved. How you doing, sweetheart? Looky there. Jehovah One is here. And old Kaboom is not kaboomin', which is awesome. Thank you. Truly appreciate that. I also see Juana Taco is in the house. Does sound yummy. And I think, because I'm going to go down and visit my mother this weekend, because, you know, Mother's Day and all that fun stuff. And, yeah, tacos sound good. And they actually have taco places where she lives. So, I may have to go get me a taco. Just may have to. Let's see. Kozu. Hey there, Kozu. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Friday. I also see there's that lovely Mary B, who's actually having a splendiferous Saturday, because she's a time traveler, don't you know? And looky there, North Force is here. Hey there, North Force. How you doing? And Phantom Link 29. Hi, sweetheart. Used your little blurby at the beginning of the show. I really do like that, hon. I really, really do. Pawn Sauce is here. Hey there, Pawn Sauce. Are you feeling saucy? I also see the lovely Rain is in the house. Hey there, lady. No offense, but I could, you know, let my lawn dry out a little bit, okay? Let the drainage ditches dry out a little bit, because already I just mowed the other day, and I'm going to have to do it again because of rain. Not you, the other kind. I also see Sock Puppet is in the house. Hey there, Sock Puppet. How you doing, sweetheart? You were bantering with Flasher earlier today. I saw that. You know, I saw an awful lot of chat going on in the RLM chat, but I just couldn't feel motivated enough to poke my head in there and say something. So I just watched. I watched you guys. I also see Stats Bob and Tip Bob, the Bob twins, down at the bottom. And then there's the other brother Bob up at the top. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Vil. E_. So there you go. Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having an absolutely awesome end of the week, at least for me, end of the week. I see Trust No One is sharing all kind of things. And Miss Chloe shared something from the New Yorker. Borowitz report, Trump boasts that his impeachment will get higher TV ratings than all other impeachments. You think? Geez, maybe because television and cable is just a little bit more prevalent these days. Although, when I stop and think about all of the people that I know that don't have cable or satellite TV anymore, maybe it's not so prevalent anymore. I don't know. Have to think about that one. Oh, well. I do have, oh, and what's going on over here? Oh, your nuts are on the phone. Ouch. Are you waiting for it to vibrate? Oh, man. Wow. JJ's, you're kind of weird. You know that? I love you anyway. I like weird. I'm weird. I gotta like it. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go first? I have several that look so fun. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well, I think since Circles is still logged in, I'll go to this one that she shared to me. Oh, goodness. A yawn. Sorry about that. She shared it to me the other day. Just a second. I need a sip. And no, I'm not telling you what I'm drinking. It's none of your business. I just need a straw. Okay, this is from dictionary.com, Slideways. It's 12 insults that we should bring back. Well, I did not read it. I just knew that Circles sent it to me, and I thought, this has got to be good. This has got, because she's got that weird Danish humor, you know, that just every time she says something, I damn near pee myself laughing at her, because she's just such a character. So, you called me what? Well, I'm rubber and you're glue. Everything you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. Yeah, that's how my maturity showing through again. Because, yeah, it must have something to do with the dye in my hair. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, everyone knows a primo insult or two, even if your personal rules of decorum prohibit their usage. I don't have any rules of decorum. Honest, I don't. But if you think about it, there aren't many new insults or swear words for that matter. Oh, you guys haven't talked to me because I come up with new swear words every day. No one else catches on, but most of them don't even realize I'm swearing because they're new. But hey, so the ones you heard from that guy in middle school are pretty much the same ones you hear now. So let's hop in the time machine and head back a couple 100 years. Wow, that's even before I was born. These words/terms might seem rather quaint and out of place now, but back then, they got your attention. Hey, Scobblotcher. I like that. That's fun. I could say that and everybody would just kind of, they would look at me like they do when I just start cackling all of a sudden. They just kind of get this concerned look on their face and slowly back away. Because, you know, if you start to rum, that shows fear. I can sense fear. Thy vile canker blossomed countenance curdles milk and sours beer. Wow. Wow, that really is a slammer. Damn. I'm going to have to use some of these. I know some people I could use these on. So, here's we'll examine a few more, shall we? It should be said that dictionary.com doesn't define these words presently. They're not in current use. So, there aren't too many people needing to hook them up. Or look them up too, if you know how to read. However, that in no way invalidates them as words. Yeah, because just because someone no longer uses it, you know, like morals or ethics, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist anymore. It just means that, okay, people in government have no freaking clue what the hell they are, and therefore do not use them because it's like, I don't know what that is. It might hurt. It probably will hurt you to try and use some of that shit. But oh well. So, here we go. Back into today's conversation. So where, oh, I have to hit the arrow. You gotta be smarter than the page. No, I'm not going to subscribe. So, a gobbermouch. Ooh, okay. This is an old Irish term for someone who likes to meddle in other people's business. Everyone knows a busybody, right? See, I call them Gladys Kravitz because that pretty much gives people that blank Bambi in the headlights look anyway, because most people don't remember the old Bewitched shows and Gladys Kravitz, who always was watching what everyone else was doing. How about Nashnab or Ganashnab? Ganashnob. There. Oh, that sounds fun too. It's an 18th century Northern English word meaning someone who just complains all the time. Oh, I know some of those people. Contemporary synonyms include nitpicker, moaner, and grumbler. Moaner is not necessarily a bad thing. Depends on the context in which you are moaning. I got to put that out there. It's just as true now as it was back then. No one likes a nashnab. No, no one does. They're wanny woo-woos in my book. Oh, a snout band. What the hell? A snout band? That is someone who always interrupts a conversation to correct or contradict a person speaking. I'm thinking grammar Nazi. Yeah, there you go. Or fact Nazi. Yeah, we got those too. It's like, really? I was having a really good time just expressing myself. Was I standing there saying everything that falls out of my mouth was true? You fell for it, huh? Wow. So, every social group has a snout band. Uh-huh. Who thinks they know everything. I know Flash is going to hear this and he's going to think of one person in particular. I know that right now. They probably didn't know the meaning of this word, though, and at least not yet, but yeah. Hi there, snout band. Now, see, snout band, the mental image I get is, the ring around the nose from a brown noser. You do know the difference between a brown noser and an ass kisser, don't you? Depth perception. That's the difference. So, a stamp crab. Ooh, that sounds painful. Someone that's clumsy and heavy of foot would be considered a stamp crab. Sounds like a good band name, though, doesn't it? No, not really. It sounds painful. A scobbleotcher. Well, Mental Floss notes this word is probably derived from scopperlout. That's an old English dialect word for a vacation or a break from work. But a scobberloucher is someone who avoids hard work like it's their job. Oh, so a Beetle Bailey. Okay. The next time you catch someone dozing off at their desk, hit them with this one. Oh, I have a coworker I'm going to call that on Monday when I go back to work and when he shows back up to work and he's just going to, and I'll just laugh. How about this one? A wiffle waffle. This is someone who wastes a lot of time. You could easily make the case that a scobbleotcher is also a wiffle waffle. Or would that be a wiffle waffler? I don't know. I like waffles, but I'm not real sure about this wiffle thing added to waffles. How about, Zooterkins. That sounds like a fun one to say, though. Oh, Zooterkins. I could really, yeah. The website Matador Network says that the 17th century variant of zounds, which was an expression of surprise or indignation. It's less of an insult and more something to yell after someone has insulted you. But of course, you can follow up with, some other great words of your own, which, I've got lots. I got a million of them, and I make them up for special occasions, so it's all good. Oh, Zooterkins! I like that. I got to remember, yeah. Not that I will, but I gotta remember that one. Zounderkite. That sounds wow. Okay. This is a Victorian word meaning idiot. Oh, you're a Zounderkite. No, that's entirely too much to say for I'd much rather say idiot or maroon. This is an appropriate example with a contemporary angle. Spoken with some irritation while driving on the highway, that Zounderkite just cut me off. No. Asshole. That's what falls out of my mouth. That asshole. Asshole. Assholio. How about a bed swerver? That sounds fun. Shakespeare coined this one to describe an adulterer. Well, see, I knew it sounded fun. BBC America thinks that this would be a great band name, which, wow. And they're totally on the mark. So, you're at the show, the lights go down, and suddenly, through the swirling fog and the darkness, you hear, "Good evening, Cincinnati! How you doing? We're Bed Swerver!" That could be fun. How about a fop doodle? I'm thinking that's what happens after you did all of that bed swerver stuff. You know, when you've done entirely too much bed swervering, you're a fop doodle now. Apparently, a fop doodle is someone of little significance. So, if you're letting someone get on your nerves that really shouldn't have the power, remember that they're just a fop noodle, and then carry on. Oh, okay, that'll work. I could deal with that one. Clausomaniac. A clausomaniac. This would be a person who only speaks by shouting. Oh, God, I know people like that. Yeah, and that's pretty much, that's all you really need to say about that. Oop. Okay, I need to go back. Oh, okay, I got to get to the very beginning. Wait a minute. Nope, I'm gonna do, because, I got to do that one, but I gotta share this link so y'all can have fun with it. But wow. You know, in case you want to bring up any of these, but the next one is just hilarious. Or at least the title is, and so I'm going to go with it. So, who writes funny stuff? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, back to... Call you now? Really? Seriously? Being a bossy butt? Are you going to answer, JJ's, if I call you now? What if I want to call you something else? Huh? Mister? You better answer when I call. Damn it. I'm going to call JJ's. There. Oh, wow, that's loud. 1 ringy-dingy. 2 ringy... Hey! What are you doing? Are you there? Hello? Oh, shit. I got camera on.
Boo.
Boo. Who? What? Just a minute. Let me do that. Maybe that'll be. There. Can you hear me now? I hear Tippy typing. But I don't hear no JJ's. So, what I will do... Oh.
You did call me.
Yes, I did. You told me
You
to.
did call me.
Yes, I called you. I called you all kinds of things.
Hello.
I called you live.
Hello?
Huh?
I'm answering.
Cool. Awesome. So, what are you doing? Besides sitting here and
Hello?
do you have an echo going
Hello?
on?
Hello, could I speak to the BBC? Yes, I'm here. Goodness sake.
What the hell?
Hello?
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
1, 2. 1,
I,
2.
honey,
Yes, I can hear you now.
are you hearing me on the radio? Because you're going to have
1, 2,
quite the
1, 2.
delay. Hi there. Oh, well, while JJ's is trying to figure himself out, I don't know that I want to know what he's doing. I really don't. I'm going to go with some of these funny words. Hello, I hear you, hon, but yeah. Are you on the phone or are you listening on the radio? Darling. Hello, hello. Can you not hear me? Okay, just a minute. Let me check. Let me check. Just a second. Check my audio. What? Okay, just a minute. Let's try this. How's that? Nope, that didn't do it. There. Hello? What the
Hold on,
hell?
wait, let me just see if I can hear you on Skype.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause
I can't hear you on Skype.
I know, it's weird. I got a Skype message that is just a minute. Let's do this. And we'll do that. And nope, I didn't want to do that. And
Hello, this is a message for everybody. No,
I have
I'm
a
listening
problem
on the
with
radio,
the
but, I can't hear you on Skype.
I know. That's weird. It's like my Skype isn't wanting to. So I tell you what. I'm going to hang up and then I'll try again, okay? So, we'll do that. That was weird. That was really weird. So, let me check my options again. Because it was like, what the hell? Why are you not doing your thing? Damn it. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hello, darling. Can you hear me now?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Just a minute. I'm playing with Skype. Okay, I hear you, but my stupid
Yes, I can hear you now
microphone.
on Skype. I've turned the radio off.
Can you hear me on Skype now?
Turned the radio off. Well, not off, but down.
And you can hear me on Skype? Yes, I have a...
Baby, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear... Okay.
Baby, can you hear me?
Yes, I need to call you back. Wow, that is really weird that my Skype won't let me talk to him. What the hell? Okay, Skype, what the hell is your major malfunction? Damn it. We'll check this, and I'll check that, and I'll do that, and then I'll call back, and we'll just do this again. Oh shit, and I pushed the wrong button again. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it does, because I don't have any... Okay, can you hear me now? Shit! Can you hear me now?
Hello. Hello. There's no fucking point in waving. What the fuck? Hello, wave like a fucking mad. Oh, a wee cheeky finger. That's that, lady. Lovely. I like that.
Okay.
But I can't hear you.
That is weird.
You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
That's right.
The motherfucking fucking fuck.
Farkin, farkin, fark. Okay, I'm gonna...
I have no major malfunction.
Okay.
My major malfunction is you.
Well, I did it on purpose. And I don't know what is wrong with my Skype.
No, we don't take checks. We only take cash.
I don't know why my dumb thing is not letting me talk to you. That is weird. Weird, weird, weird. So, because yeah, my audio settings are set to where, and it's just like it was with Flasher, but it won't let. I see you're typing, or I hear you're typing. There, now we do that. Now can you hear me?
Well,
Nope.
the way she moves her hips.
This just sucks. Okay. Audio sound set up on Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't know why this is not working, but it's not working. So, shit. Sorry, JJ's, but it's not working. It's just not letting me talk to you. I have no idea why. It's telling me to adjust my microphone settings. Ah, and it says it can't access my sound card. I wonder why not.
Well, the way she moves her hips is like her fingertips. I feel like heaven bound.
Tell you what, I am going to go ahead and hang up, and I'm going to close Skype, and I'm going to say it was very bad, and I'm going to send feedback and all that other fun stuff, and I'm going to close Skype completely and see if maybe whatever. That was fun, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Goddamn Skype. Okay, we'll just do that. If it'll do it. Yep, it's thinking about it at least. And then I'll restart it. Because for some stupid reason, it was not letting me talk. It said it couldn't find my sound card. And I don't know what the hell the major malfunction is. So, we'll try this again. And see if maybe the dumb thing will actually work this time. Maybe it will be able to access the sound card this time. Maybe it's pissed at me because I didn't do the update. Yeah, thank you very much. I truly appreciate that, Mr. Skype-a-rooney. So, here we go again. We will try this again. Let me see if it will. Let me check my audio settings. No, it's not. I'm going to have to get this figured out before tomorrow. Nope. JJ's, it's not going to work. I don't know why. Hello. I know you're going to get this on an echo.
Hello. Hi.
I know. I hear you.
Hello. How are you?
Okay. There. So, I'm going to go ahead and end the call, sweetie. Sorry. Damn it. I got to get this shit figured out before tomorrow. Or that's not going to be good. I will be pissed. Yes, it worked before, just not this time. Huh. Okay. Well,
I am.
I'm just going to hang up. Sorry, JJ's. It was fun. Trying. What the hell? Let me check this. Okay, that's okay. That's all okay. Huh. Very interesting. I'm going to have to figure that out before tomorrow. Most definitely. Because that something ain't right here in Denmark or even out here in the middle of Kansas. Something ain't right. It's like, got dandruff. So, what else do I need to click on? Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. I hope. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. And maybe it's because I did not pay for. I didn't pay for Skype anymore because it's like I'm not paying for this shit. I did for years and never used it. So, wow, that is really weird. Set up sound on your computer. It is set up, you dumbass thing. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. Fun little words. Seeing as how that didn't work. Sorry, JJ's. Damn it. I do need to get that figured out before tomorrow, though. I may just have to do a restart on my computer, too. Could be. Could be. Oh, well. Over here in dictionary.com, this was the next, when I clicked the next arrow on Circle's lovely little thing that she shared with me. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you as well, just so I don't have to try and backtrack kind of thing in order to share it. So, you have faith in my geekness, Kate? I will get it figured out, but I have a funny feeling it's something that I'm going to have to kind of reboot the system in order to... Oh. You will not be dead before I figure it out, JJ's. I will figure it out because, goddammit, I'll get cranky and I'll say, listen, you POS thing. And I'll drop kick it through the goalposts of life and all that other fun shit. Because it's like, I wonder if maybe it's something in the advanced settings. Very interesting. Nah. I don't want to go there. That's just really weird. That it would not... Yeah, it's not saying my sound card at all. How presto strangeo. And yet the speakers work just fine. And it... Yeah. What the hell? What the hell? What are those? Okay. Well. I'll figure it out later. Yes, Kate, reboot does work magics. Sometimes. And then sometimes I just really shouldn't be allowed to push buttons. Poo-poo happens. Oh well. Yeah, I'll do some dinking around when I get done tonight. So, 15 funny words that you probably didn't know. Well, I know this first one because I say it quite a bit. Bumfuzzle, because I get bumfuzzled all the time. Or, yeah. And febuddled, too. So, but bumfuzzled means confused or flustered, and it's from the southern U.S. This can make a good name for a puppy, which, yeah, come here, bumfuzzle. Did I ever tell you about the gal that named her cat Tiz? Used to stand out on her front porch and yell, "Here, Tiz!" Moving along. Yeah, I don't think I would name a dog Bumfuzzle. Because the poor thing would just be bumfuzzled. Because, whatever you name them, that's what they become. And my Bubba is case in point. Wow. Canoodle. Canoodling is fun. I know what canoodling is. Canoodling is to caress or fondle or pet amorously. The earliest known references are British. Britain still has a stranglehold on this word, as it's regularly spotted in the dailymail.com, usually in connection with Kardashian. Oh, that just took all the fun out of that word. Or Sex in the City, which that also took all the fun out of the word. Because really, why do people like that have to take my fun words and make them taste icky when I say them? Sorry, Canoodle. It's been fun knowing ya. Cattywampus. I say that all the time. I know this word. It means that it says it's kind of a folksy thing that President Lincoln might have used. Yeah, because it's from his era. It's from the 1830s. Their definition also includes the spelling catawampus. And if the word is used as an adjective, it means askew or awry or positioned diagonally or catter-cornered. No, you don't say catter-cornered. It's catty-cornered, not catter. Jeez, people, if you're going to make up shit, make it up right. As an adverb, it means diagonally or obliquely. And the example is the economics lecture hall is cattywampus from the hockey arena, which actually is very appropriate because, after studying economics, you want to go out on the hockey arena and just beat the shit out of somebody. Okay, maybe that's just me. Diddly squat. I know this word too. Holy crap. Okay, this is really telling. Oops. Well, the word diddly squat is a direct linguistic cousin to doodly squat. I know that one too. I know squats. Diddly and doodly. Oh, the term is used in a negative context to denote something that is minimal or inconsequential. And an example is, that doesn't mean diddly squat. Doesn't do diddly squat for me neither. Wow, this is like my language. This is my people here. A diphthong. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is a funny word that is very hard to spell. Yeah, it is. What? Oh, you say diphthong? No, it's a diphthong. The website Atlantic.com calls diphthong the best word ever, which it is pretty close. It is. While that may or may not be true, the combination of dip, which is can refer to clueless individual, and thong, which is a style of underwear, or flippy floppies, Jap flaps, as we used to call them when I was a kid, it does sound funny. Most people don't know what a diphthong is. Yeah, that's kind of sad. You can look it up in dictionary.com, but maybe it's just best not to know. And then that way you can use it however you like. We won't judge, which, yeah, I like using diphthong. I can use that for for an adjective or a noun or dongle. Oh, what's a dongle? Oh, the dongle. Oh, it's a little piece of computer equipment. Cool, I didn't know that. See, I finally found a word I didn't know in these funny words. The exact origination of the term is unknown. Slate.com took a deep dive into the word, though, and it picked up a sexual connotation in tech circles. No, really? And caused a rather pronounced kerfluffle, or kerfuffle, that one too. When we solicited opinions on the word internally, one response was, "It makes me uncomfortable." Well, that's because you're doing it wrong. So what about you? Does the term make you uncomfortable? Should it be banished and replaced with something new? Well, less provocative. No, do not touch my dongle. Do not make it go away. I like my dongle. That's a fun word. I will use that word in everyday language. Maybe not every day, but I will use that word. I will. Doohickey. Oh, now they're getting technical. I know what a doohickey is. It's usually, I keep the doohickeys in my drawer with the thingamabobs and the doomaflotchies. They have a dingus in there, so apparently. Oh, this is one of those little things that sits in a kitchen drawer. Hey, wow, I do that too. It's used by hapless husbands who habitually misplace things and need their wives to bail them out. Why? Because the uterus is a tracking device, don't you know? Example, in this case, referencing the garage door opener. Honey, have you seen the garage doohickey? It's over there by the thingamajigger. By the thingamabob? No, that's the dangle flobber. I could have so much fun. I love speaking Grammy-nese. fartlick. Oh, that's a fun one. Fartlick. It stands for a training technique associated with runners. Oh, see, my mother does that. We call that the walking poots, though. So, oh, it is Swedish in origin from the early 1950s, and this word is funny for two reasons. Really? Oh, please tell me more, because I'm having fun with it just all by itself. Apparently, it equates to a bodily function. No, really? Which appeals to many of us on some addled Beavis and Butthead high school level. I always called them Beatrice and Buttsmack, but, that was just me. I don't know, maybe someone else called them that too. Second, many words can be made to sound funny just by adding leck to the end of it. You fartlick. That's just hairball. Gobbledygook. I use that word all of the time too, because that's just pretty much my term for whatever. And hey, they say the same thing. Gobbledygook is language characterized by circumlocution and jargon. It's usually hard to understand. The gobbledygook of government is hard to understand. For proof, turn on C-SPAN. Gobbledygook, blotty blotty, yada yada, ya. That's pretty much what government speak is gobbledygook. Jackalope. I've seen a jackalope. I have. It was stuffed, but it was real and for true, hanging on a bar wall. The word jackalope is totally fictional. Nuh-uh. But it is fun. As anyone who traveled the American West will inform you, a jackalope is a jackrabbit with antelope horns. You see them all the time. While Wikipedia mostly cites North America as the source, it sort of has an Australian vibe. Well, yeah, it kind of sort of does. Right, mate. Let's head out to the bush and scare up a jackalope or two. Throw a few jackalope on the bobby. They are real. I saw one on the wall at a bar. Even before I started drinking, I saw it. Just saying. So, kerfluffle or kerfuffle. Yeah, because I put an extra L in there because what the L? Get the L out of there. A kerfuffle is pretty popular. Really? It's a British word meaning a fuss or a commotion. Oh, I thought it was a faux pas. The gas price hike caused quite a kerfuffle. Oh, it sounds like, excuse me, I had the vapors. Oh, I had the vapors. Yeah, cue the fart machine. See, that's a kerfuffle. That's what a kerfuffle is. So, why does this sound like a word that they'd use in Minnesota or North Dakota? Well, in Fargo, yeah, Marge, big kerfuffle. Yeah. That does sound like something or in Wisconsin. Moosey, would you say kerfuffle? A mugwump. Ooh, that sounds fun. That comes from the 1830s, Massachusetts. So they were talking about Barney Frank before he was born. It stands for a Republican who refuses to support the party nominee. A mugwump. Okay. James G. Blaine, in the presidential campaign of 1884, had some Republicans that refused to support him, apparently. A person who is unable to make up his or her mind on an issue, especially in politics, is a person who is neutral on a controversial issue. You might have your own meaning for the word. Say, for example, your parents told you a story when you were growing up about mugwumps who lived in the woods behind your house, gathering berries at night and sleeping by day under your bed. What? 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 I never seen a mugwump. And Shivu. Shivu. Ooh, who is Shivu? Shivu is a recent word of the day. It's Australian in origination and stands for boisterous party or celebration. Sweet! Mary B., have you been to any Shivus lately? You can totally imagine that happening to I can imagine Mary B going and having a hell of a good time too. Probably hitting on them young men folk too. You go for it, girlfriend. Snark. Oh, I may not be the official queen of snark, but I tell you what, I can bandy it around with the best of them. This the word snark apparently is cited as being a mysterious imaginary animal. Really? No, snark is not. No. You can use it as a noun to refer to a rude or sarcastic criticism, which that is what I excel at. People can be snarky too. Tina Fey is a classic example. No, Tina Fey is not. Tina Fey ain't got nothing on my snarkitude. Just saying. Snollygoster. A snollygoster. That sounds like a fun one to do too. Not generally used in contemporary culture, but we have a definition, so we're going with it. A snollygoster is a clever, unscrupulous person. Well, sounds like... I know some people like that. Since the word dates back to the 1840s, you can imagine Mark Twain using it in one of his tall tales. Not to be confused with a snallygaster, which is a mythical dragon-like creature that lurks around Washington, D.C. That is the dark underlord of D.C. That snallygaster. Apparently that's the end of them. That's fun. Those were fun. Is that the first? Nope. I gotta get all the way back to the beginning. There we go. Diddly. No, that's not the beginning, is it? Wait a minute. There it is. Because I gotta share this. This is just too fun. Thank you, Circles, for getting me started down this path. This really was quite fun. So. You know, I had Acme light bulb moment. Skype asked if it could update the other day, and I said no. I wonder if that's why it's not working. That's probably what it is. I betcha. Dollars to dog turds. I'll betcha. That's what it was. It does sound fun, doesn't it, B? Yeah. I think we need to get together and do that. Whatever that word was, I've already forgotten it. Oh, that is fun. Okay. Hi, Dan Tennessee. How you doing, sweetheart? Thighs, guts, hips, huh? Media throw hissy fit because Trump gets more ice cream than... Oh, wanny, woo, woo. Let's see. Snowstorm, bud. What the hell? I'm really not interested in any kind of snowstorm stuff right now. Just not. That's, had my fill. Thank you very little. Oh, hey. Shit. Ninsen Dubois beat me to the duck. Son of a gun. It's refreshment time. Okay, since I had that much fun with those words, and they were quite fun, I'm going to go over to the Onion now. I saw this on Twitter. And no, I'm not going to sign up for the Onion's newsletter. But this is the Onion, so it's got to be true, right? It's not that fake news stuff. No, it's not. Amazon building homeless shelter inside Seattle headquarters. It's got to be true. They're partnering with a nonprofit. Amazon is donating 47,000 square feet of space in its new headquarters as permanent housing for the homeless. So what do you think? That's smart. You never know when the next tech bubble is going to burst. That's from Devin Levine. Or how about this? Nothing motivates employees like being made to look upon society's invisible underclass. Oh, thank you, Christine Hutchinson. That is a good motivation tool there. Yeah, you could be next. Wow, if that isn't a butt pucker moment, I don't know what is. Anything that makes you feel better about getting a toothbrush mailed across the country. Ah, thank you, Sam Waite. And that's all there was to it. Well, that just sucks. Thanks, Onion. I was really looking forward to a long diatribe, and no. Satire? What is satire? I sat on a tire. I sat on a tire swing. It was fun. Oh, hi, Vinny. I see you, sweetheart. I hope you're having fun there in 10EC. And I also saw in the chat, was that today or yesterday, you're moving up the mountain. Have fun with that, hon. Seriously, I hope you have fun with that. I used to live up in the mountains. It was gorgeous. It sucked because we only had we had winter, and then we had 2 months where spring, summer, fall had to be crammed into. So that wasn't cool, but other than that, it really was kind of, yeah. It was nice. Really pretty country. Okay. Yay! Now that I've got that, I got to go to this one. I saw this one on Twitter as well. It's from zerogov.com, which is the online journal by Bill Burpert, or Boopert? Boopert? That's a fun one, too. Hi, Bill Boopert. And it's devoted to the total abolition of slavery and the state. Well, can't go wrong with that, can you? The title is FBI Cargo Cult, Junk Science and Federal Cockroach by Bill Boopert. What's that, hon? Got to go? Oh, you're off to have brunch with your youngest. Well, you have fun, darling. Say hey to her for me. Give her big hugs, okay? I think I've seen a picture of her, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She gets that from her mama. In any case, back to this. They might not love Big Brother, but they knew he was part of the family now. According to Tim Weiner, Enemies, a history list of the FBI. So, the FBI has been under fire in the past year for various and sundry crimes. What is a sundry crime? Is that a crime that you commit on a sundry? Douche. These are crimes against logic and probability, and this is much more deeply ingrained in the culture of the political agency since its founding. It was developed as the original secret police organization for the U.S. government to seek its political ends. So see, when they created the FBI, it was a bad juju thing. It was not for your own good. It was because they were paranoid asshats and they just knew someone was out to get them, so they hired a bunch of sneaks and snoops, a bunch of Gladys Kravitzes. Wait, I still have that link up. Let me find that word. Not cattywomp, not diddly, not that. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. Not that one. Where's it? Okay. Was that in the other link, maybe? Must have been in the other. Must have been in the insults. Let me find the insult. There we go. Goober mooches. They're goober mooch. See? It's just very appropriate for them. Instead of being the FBI, it's the goober mooch agency. Okay. I'm going to get back to this article now. So, the sacking of Comey. The sacking of Comey the commie, is simply the latest above-ground evidence that the agency is broken for its ostensible purpose of crime investigation and simply exists as an American analog of the Cheka, NKVD, KGB, and Gestapo. Well, yeah, those are all rather fitting and appropriate. Yeah. It even reflagged its purpose with a blank check moniker of national security. Yeah, because, anything can fall under national security, especially if it's going to adversely affect the petrodollar. Don't you know? It has relied on Lysenko-style science that would make the Russians blush in embarrassment. Fingerprint and hair analysis are simply the most recent blunders of applying junk science to crime fighting. Louise Robbins, the crackpot anthropologist, developed a cottage industry of nonsense sending folks to prison for boot prints. Many in the Just Us system fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Much like the scientism that informs the climate alarmists that has so damaged proper science in the last generation, the FBI has invested much of its reputation on the scientific notions of fingerprints and hair analysis. But all turns out to be dust and shadows. The FBI concocted the criminal pursuit of an alleged terrorist on March the 11th, 2004. Several bombs exploded in Madrid's subway system that killed 191 and injured 1,460. The FBI sent two of their senior, see, that to me means elderly, senior fingerprint analysts to Spain on a mission to salvage the Bureau from humiliation. The two analysts did their best, returning with the claim that the fingerprints sent to the FBI by the Spanish police was of no value for identification purposes. Excuse me. This is a claim which the Inspector General later shot down by pointing out that only a few weeks thereafter, the FBI's latent fingerprint unit concurred with the Spanish National Police Lab's determination that the print on the bag matched the right middle finger of Unain Daoud. Right middle finger. So he was flipping them off? Is that what he was doing? It could very well be. It all turned out to be garbage, and throughout the years, more and more skepticism has been aimed at the notion of fingerprinting having a unique capability to individuate. Really? And I thought I made up words. To individuate criminal suspects. Mind you, much of this, wow, they really, sweetheart, you really need to have a proofreader, hun. I'm struggling here. Much of this, as opposed to much if this, stated to crumble under the heroic gaze of DOJ IG Glenn Fine. If independent review of this had been done by non-government civilians, the charade would have long ago crumbled, and tens of thousands of innocent people would be living normal lives, and even survived not being sent to death row. Yeah, How many people have they put away? Or, well, he resisted, so we killed him. Yeah, there's an awful lot that the FBI has become very gun happy with. Even more so, if the modern journalists weren't state stenographers and actually practiced critical thinking, much of this travesty would have been exposed. But no, they are. That's a very good way of putting that. State stenographers. And hair analysis is more voodoo science that the government has given tremendous traction to. Of 28 examiners with the FBI Laboratories Microscopic Hair Comparison Unit, 26 overstated forensic matches in ways that favored prosecutors in more than 95% of the 268 trials reviewed so far. That's like what one of the radio stations out here. 60% of the time, it's right every time. That's pretty much what that's saying. This is according to the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers and the Innocence Project, which are assisting the government with the country's largest post-conviction review of questioned forensic evidence. The cases include those of 32 defendants sentenced to death. Of those, 14 have been executed or died in prison. The groups said under an agreement with the government to release results after the review of the first 200 convictions. Keep in mind that the federal justice system is a finely honed system of prosecution where not only do more than 90% of the cases get pled, but the follow-on, or maybe the follow-up, cases that actually make it to trial see more than 93% of the defendants convicted. Now, you can't tell me that they have that many ironclad cases. You just can't. There's got to be another Perry Mason out there somewhere. Perry Mason definitely won more than 7% of the time. A combination of bottomless pockets, which is the feds by way of taxpayer held and robbed at gunpoint and then prosecuted and convicted by the same government that held you at gunpoint and robbed you. A public carefully mesmerized by televised police procedurals that make forensic science seem like a magic bullet because Abby said so. Abby can do it. And although I think Abby is like a totally way cool character, she is a character on a TV show with way cool tats. That's pretty much it. And she sleeps in a coffin, which is kind of creepy but cool at the same time. But it's Abby. What do you expect? So, also, the advantage of the monopoly judiciary authority and the Stockholm Syndrome behavior of the American juries. Wow, that's how they get all of these convictions. Yeah. So when you stand in an American courtroom at any level as a defendant, you are likely the only non-government employee in the entire room. Does that not make your butt pucker? It should. Arson Arson investigations and the use of expert witnesses are just as much subject to the junk science attributes of hair and fingerprint analysis. I've spoken at length on the fraud of the Force Science Institute before, not to mention the blood-curdling and sickening police psychophancy. What the hell does that mean? Of the monstrous Dave Grossman and Killology. Okay, I'm lost on that. I consider LTC Dave Grossman's hypothesis of Killology to be junk science. Now I'm going to have to read up on Killology. If even a fresh-faced Wehrmacht, whatever. Even if a fresh-faced recruit who had undergone at least 5 years of Hitler Youth conditioning prior to being inducted couldn't handle the idea that the people he was shooting were merely subhuman, then how the hell are Grossman's claims going to hold any water? You know, they do some pretty fucked up shit. There's your F-bomb, first one of the night. They've done some really fucked up mind games on people. They really have. And you know what? It's playing. They're playing. They're just seeing how far. You know, these are like toddlers that never had boundaries established for them. You know, toddlers, they will push and they will push, you know, like they look at like, have you seen the videos of the little ones, you know, anywhere from 9 months old up to like 5, where they see a glass of water and they start grabbing for it and mommy or daddy goes, no. And the baby stops and they watch mom and that hand just keeps reaching. That's what these assholes are. That's what they are. You know, you go, stop it. No. And they watch you. And they get that little mischievous glint in their eye and the half smile. And the arm goes over and it pulls that lever and makes those electrodes fire up anyway. Why? Because they can. Because nobody told them they couldn't. Nobody actually showed them with warming their backside that they shouldn't. So, this is the nonsense used to convict, and at the end of the processing spectrum for getting into the American gulag, that we have the use of dogs to establish RAS and PC, which dogs, you know, that's like that meme that I saw the other day where the cop is standing there on the front porch with the dog. The dog's actually just sitting there kind of looking around like squirrel. And the guy is standing in the doorway, not opening the screen door because he's not opening the screen door. And he says, "You're accusing me of being on drugs and you're the one talking to the dog." Yeah, that shit. Dog scent lineups are another facet of the arsenal of bad science that political law enforcement uses in the U.S. to fill up the prison system at every level. Now, I will say that dogs are scent connoisseurs. They aren't always right. But, you know, they most definitely, if there's an asshole in the room, they will smell them out. So, this criteria makes it abundantly clear that there is no room for either the deputy or his dog in the courtroom. Dog scent lineups belong in the discredited science closet with its ancient kindred, the world is flat discipline, which if the world was flat, cats would have already knocked everything off the edge. That is just a fact. Just saying. Although it's very level. Out here where I am, we're actually flatter than a pancake. They have proved that. Somebody actually got a government grant to prove that Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Doesn't that just give you the warm and fuzzies? Oh well, back to this. The distressing news here is that literally hundreds of thousands of people in the U.S. Just Us system have been quite literally caged and murdered using not questionable forensic methodologies, but continuing to do so as doubt was cast on them over the decades. I haven't even discussed the kabuki that FBI entrapment in terrorist plots across the nation, which, yeah, there's an awful lot of that shit. You know, every supposed terrorist that they have caught so far, when all of this shit starts coming out, you find out that they contacted that person. That they started working it. That's entrapment. So the FBI AD Thomas Fuentes apparently says, if you're submitting budget proposals for a new law enforcement agency, for an intelligence agency, you're not going to submit the proposal that we won the war on terror and everything's great. Because the first thing that's going to happen is your budget's going to be cut in half. You know, it's opposite of Jesse Jackson's keep hope alive. It's keep fear alive. Keep it alive. Yeah, this is from the FBI AD Thomas Fuentes. Be afraid. Fear porn. Fear porn. It simply continues unchecked. And the usual suspects in the media continue their job as human megaphones for government disinformation and misdirection at every turn. Something has to be done to justify all of that terrorism spending, don't you know? I keep telling people it's job security. For all those law enforcement agencies with little to do, because there really aren't that many criminals out there, which is until they write another law, and that's pretty much all laws do, they are revenue generators and criminal creators. That's all they are. That's the only purpose they serve, is to create more criminals and generate revenue and give these federal people job security. It's pretty much all they do. So what are they good for? Not a fucking thing. Yeah. To continue with this, it says that why not sit around and manufacture plots to justify those expenditures, giving a boost to their pro-surveillance ideology to boot. Media outlets have a responsibility to investigate the FBI's claims, not mindlessly repeat them while parading their armed faces and scary graphics that are more than likely CGI. That was my little input there. So now, couple this with the vast tapestry of laws on the books in which the only victim is the state. And guess who gets to write the laws? The state. So they just pretty much make everything that you do classifies you as one that is victimizing the state, and therefore you should be punished, you bad woman, you. The tens of thousands of cases of police brutality and misconduct over the last decades, and the harnessing to a system in which the prosecutor gets away with everything in a fixed system of just us that favors a conviction of the defendant every time. You do that and you have a recipe for putting hundreds of thousands of Americans on parole, probation, or in cages, which basically those cages are just more solid, more substantial, and quite a bit smaller than the walls they want to build on this country. You know, all these people keep saying, we need to build that wall, keep them people out, keep them dirty people out. You do realize walls work two ways. Not only does it keep things out, it also keeps things in. Look at your house. I know critical thinking is not necessarily top of the heap these days, but wow. The FBI is just the tip of the iceberg, and the conversion of FBI HQ in DC and all its tentacle offices into homeless shelters and the cashiering of the entire agency would go a long way toward true justice in America. Yeah, there you go, Amazon. Hey, see? Put them to work, do that. But then again, prosecution is big business. Cha-ching. And it is yet another manifestation of the immorality of the state's just us system. And don't forget, never talk to the police. Ever. The answer was stellar wind. The NSA would eavesdrop freely against Americans and aliens in the United States without probable cause or search warrants. It would mine and assay the electronic records of millions of telephone conversations, both callers and receivers, and the subject lines of emails, including names and internet addresses. Then it would send the refined intelligence to the Bureau for action. Stellar wind. Yeah, it's a stellar wind, all right. It's like, man, dude, did you just win a bean eating contest or something? That's the only kind of stellar wind there. Stellar wind resurrected the Cold War tactics with 21st century technology. It let the FBI work with the NSA outside of the limits of the law because they wrote the law, and the law only applies to you dirty breathers. Not them, because they wrote it, so therefore it doesn't apply to them. As Cheney knew from his days in the White House, in the wake of Watergate, the NSA and the FBI had worked that way up until 1972, when the Supreme Court unanimously outlawed warrantless wiretaps. Stellar wind blew past the Supreme Court on the authority of a dubious opinion sent to the White House the week that the Patriot Act became law. It came from John Yoo. John who? John Yoo, who is a 34-year-old lawyer in the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel, who had clerked for Justice Clarence Thomas. You wrote that the Constitution's protections against warrantless searches and seizures did not apply to military operations in the United States. Hence, the NSA was a military agency. Congress had authorized Bush to use military force. Therefore, he had the power to use the NSA against anyone, anywhere in America. The POTUS was free from the constraints of the Fourth Amendment. So the FBI would be free as well. Free at last! Free at last! Yeah, you're free. The rest of us are locked up. Doesn't that just give you... And a frickin' Justice Department's legal office. A 34-year-old lawyer, so he's not out of law school for very long. A glorified clerk sent an opinion, and they said, make it so, number one. Wow. That's just totally messed. Thank you, ZeroGov, for that. Thank you for pointing out the obvious to some. If Dick Cheney dies soon, yeah, that would be like there would be a massive disturbance and a void in the force. The dark side, don't you know? Wow. Groundhogs, huh? What are you guys talking about up there in the chat? Oh, Grimmy says Killology. It is the scholarly study of the destructive acts, such as sexology is a scholarly study of the procreative act. In particular, Killology focuses on the reactions of healthy people in killing circumstances, such as police and military in combat, and the factors that enables and restrain killing in these situations. Ah. Huh. Thank you, Grim. What? What is that? PBS dives into the wonderful American music of the U.S.? Well, 1920s, you know, they did have some fun. fun stuff in the 1920s. Of course, I took a history class that focused on the 1920s, and it very fascinating. This was before. Yeah, this is how old I am. I'm so old, I finished school before the federal government got their fingers in the pie. Yeah, that's how old I am. Let's see. What's that? Okay. I'm going to go put this over here on this effing side as well. Holy smokes, I have just under a half an hour to go. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. It's amazing. Hi, Bob Renner. Long time no see, sweetheart. Bob shares all kinds of really fascinating stuff over on that effing site. And Bob is a little eccentric. Just a little. But I love him anyway. He is a pretty sharp cookie. A little eccentric, but he is a sharp cookie. So, what is that? The right side up world map of... Okay, now I got to see what the hell this is. What are you sharing, Bob? Wow. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's an upside down world. That is fun. How cool is that? Thank you, Bob. I like that. Let me see if I can... We'll do this. Let's see if I can get it shared over here. Okay. I hope it... Well, maybe that didn't. I tried, but I couldn't do it. No one could. Okay. Katie Troxel's over here as well. Hi, Katie. Okay. Where else? Where are you doing that? How about I go with Snowden? Because I don't have that much time left. So we'll do a little bit of Edward Snowden, don't you know? I'm not real sure yet. I haven't decided, because I really haven't read enough. But I haven't really decided if Snowden is really, if he's really a good guy or if he's just, controlling a narrative. But this is over on Popular Science or popsci.com. Edward Snowden, and it's actually dated from April of last year. Edward Snowden, the internet is broken. In 2013, a now infamous government contractor named Edward Snowden shined a stark light on our vulnerability communications infrastructure by leaking 10,000 classified U.S. documents to the world. Oops, sprung a leak. One by one, they detailed a mass surveillance program in which the National Security Administration and others gathered information on citizens via phone tracking and tapping undersea internet cables. Wow, that's outside of the United States, unless you did that within the part that is considered our borders yet. That little gimme area. I don't know that I really want to read this, but I will share it. Because I just already read my fill of gobbledygook about the NSA and the FBI. Snowden is your internet son? Honey, I just really can't decide yet. I really can't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's just not playing us. Or, yeah. One of those things I don't have a real vibe yet. So, okay, do I want to go? I don't know. Gary L. shared something today over on Fakey Book. And I don't know if I want to go there or if that's something that he might be going to Looks. What? I think I may go there. Psychopathsandlove.com. Ah. Well, the government is full of psychopaths, and they do. I really can't even see the word love associated with them because I don't think that's in their vocabulary at all. But this is identifying a psychopath, 20 subtle and hidden signs. So let's find out what those are, shall we? Invisibility is the most disturbing thing about psychopathy. Psychopaths must keep their true nature hidden, and they know how to do so. They're skilled and successful actors and mimics. After all, they can only dupe us if they can first make us believe they're honest, genuine, and trustworthy. To do that, they have to come across as normal, which is a setting on a dryer that I very rarely use. When they slip up, they're good at explaining it away and distracting us or shifting the blame. So, here's some of the subtle, actually there's 21 now, subtle and hidden signs. Number 1, they have a black leather toughness combined with a boyish innocence. This is according to psychologist Kevin Dutton, who doesn't mean the psychopath will literally dress in black leather. It's more of a feeling that he or she is street smart or has been around the block more than a few times. I have a little wooden block, and I have written across the top of it 1 block. And when I walk around it 3 times really fast, number 1, I get dizzy, but I can also say I walked around the block 3 times fast. And wow, am I winded. Okay, number 2. Psychopaths embody incongruity. This is an important one. The example given in number 1 is, okay, I didn't read the example. Maybe I should have. Nope. Okay. So he or she may contradict themselves from one sentence to the next, or may take several weeks or months for a completely different point of view to emerge. One by one, he may express deep sympathy for the plight of the homeless, and then on another, contemptuously question how anyone could become so worthless. I think we know people like that. Number 3, they exude a subtle but definite air of confidence and superiority. Yeah. Their body language occasionally reads as haughty, and you will see flashes of it now and then and feel it out of character. Another example of incongruity. Their physical posture gives off vibes of superiority, hidden powers, and amused indifference. Yeah. I'm seeing things familiar in some people I know. Thankfully, they're at a distance, but yeah. Number 4, they tell you stories of shady or unsavory things they did in the past. Psychopaths love to tell the tales of their business and sexual exploits, while at the same time, you feel convinced that they're not that way any longer. Okay? Not necessarily. Number 5, psychopaths need little sleep. Yeah. They're always on the go in their quest for stimulation. They may sleep for just 4 or 5 hours a night. Number 6, they sometimes exhibit unconvincing emotional responses. Most of the time, they can come across as genuine, but at other times, you'll get the feeling that they're a bit off, or even engaging in poor play acting. Number 7, they can go from rage to complete calm in a minute. Now, I have been known to do that myself. Just because it's like, okay, why am I so freaking pissed about this? What the hell? And I can simmer, but I haven't always been able to do that. But I have learned to simmer myself down and get very calm. And then when I speak to you in that very calm manner, just know that underneath, outwardly, I may be calm, but inwardly, it's still not pretty. It's not happy camper land yet. Just saying. Number 8. Let's see. They will drop hints of their true nature, but in a veiled manner. These hints are called tells. For example, if a psychopath is taking advantage of your trusting nature, he or she may say, "You would be so easy for a con artist to dupe because you're way too trusting." Oh, shit. I've heard that a time or two. Yeah, now I just trust people to behave in a manner that most benefits themselves. I'm still a trusting individual, but not the way I used to be. Number 9, they have flashes of contempt. When interacting with the psychopath, you may notice quick flashes of contempt on their face that are unrelated to the conversation or anything else at hand. Contempt is defined as the feeling that a person or a thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving of scorn. Yeah. Number 10. Just sick. I need a drink. Oh, wow. Wow. Number 10. They have deviant sexual desires, and they will want you to fulfill them. Good luck with that, whether you want to or not. Plenty of normal people have deviant desires too, but a psychopath will be more aggressive in trying to fulfill them. Individuals with deviant sexual preferences and normal levels of empathy, kindness, and self-control have many strategies for satisfying their needs, including negotiation, compromise, and restraint, which is probably one of their devious or deviant sexual desires. Handcuffs, anyone? No. Oh. Number 11. They have a poor sense of smell. Individuals who scored highly on psychopathic traits were more likely to struggle to both identify smells and tell the difference between smells, even though they knew they were smelling something. Yeah, you're smelling yourself, hon. It's the reek of evil. That's what it's why you can't smell anything else, because that reek of evil just permeates your whole system. That's why. Number 12. Their speech is filled with disfluences, whatever that is. Psychopaths may use phrases like or a lot to break up their speech. Oh, moving along. Uncomfortable giggle. Number 13. They can't describe an emotion or their personal experience of one. Wow, that is scary. You'll have to probe them to get this information, as in the example given below. Okay. There's the example. When I rob a bank, he said, I noticed that the teller shakes or becomes tongue-tied. One barfed all over the money. She must have been pretty messed up inside, but I don't know why. If someone pointed a gun at me, I guess I'd be afraid, but I wouldn't throw up. When asked to describe how he would feel in the situation, he replied, or his reply contained no references to body sensations. He said things like, I'd give you the money. I'd think of ways to get the drop on you. I'd try to get my ass out of there. Wow. I would probably release bodily fluids. There was so much pee. That's what one of my coworkers says whenever he has one of those moments. There was so much pee that, oh well. Moving along. We're talking about psychopaths here. Number 14. They have a reduced startle response. This is apparently related to the decreased activity in the amygdala, which is a structure in the brain related to fear and other emotions. Number 15, they participate in dangerous or extreme sports and activities. Psychopaths may get their thrills from flying lessons, base jumping, brain surgery, hopefully only if they're a qualified neurosurgeon, driving fast, juggling machetes, hitchhiking. Wow, okay. Number 16, they invade your personal space. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Wow. We all have a certain distance that we keep between ourselves and others, which is usually culturally determined. But the psychopath may stand too close within your personal space. And surprisingly, research results found that cold-heartedness was the significant predictor of preferred distance, with higher scores associated with preference for shorter distances. So apparently the more cold-hearted you are, the closer you want to get. Maybe you're trying to get the heat off the other person. That's just creepy. Back the fuck off. Number 17. They have an eerily calm demeanor. Psychopaths rarely, if ever, feel stressed out or nervous. I don't know that I know anybody that eerily calm. Number 18. They have a saintly aura. Okay, they have a saintly aura right after having an eerily calm. That's kind of creepy. Number 19. Their speech is prolific. They can deliver running monologues that are frequently intriguing. Moving along. Like delivering a soliloquy on stage. Okay, moving along. Number 20. They have little to no body odor. Really? Apparently that's purely anecdotal. Many of them shower frequently and may even carry deodorant and an extra shirt. That's interesting. And finally, number 21. They engage your curiosity. Well, yeah, I'm curious about people anyway. I would find that person fascinating at a distance. Get any closer and it's like, geez, dude, you're a total creeper. Back off. But apparently, a psychopath will capture your attention even though you may have had no interaction. You feel intrigued, and although you won't be able to figure out exactly what it is that made you take notice, you will wonder about it. They seem to have caught your attention even while doing the most mundane thing, such as just standing there on the other side of the room, with that eerie calm, staring at you with no expression whatsoever, exuding a saintly aura. Wow, that would totally creep me out. I would expect Christopher Walken to walk into the room if I saw someone creepy. Well, I left an awful lot out of that because I knew I was getting low on time. But I thought, hey, let's get this out. Oh, the Jungle Book! Yay! Oh, really, Vinny? You never trust anyone that says trust me? You don't trust Jewish people then, do you? Okay, that's an old joke. You know how Jews say fuck you? Trust me. Old Jewish joke. Okay. I am going to go to the pig real quick just to see what happened this date in history, and then I'm going to have to get myself gathered up and skedaddled. So, and their big front page diatribe is about motherhood. So y'all need to go and check that out. Because those piggish, what was that? A proper piggish Mother's Day would include a list of, we know what you did, and we're not the least bit amused. Sounds like my mom. Only mom would go, I'm not sure which one, because, she'd usually yell out about 5 names, and then she'd go, you know which one you are, and you live here, so I'll find out. Literally, she did used to say that. Occasionally, when all of us get together, she will still say it, and we just laugh, as if to say, you're so funny, Mom. You let us all live past puberty. Thank you. Oh, well, the piggish word of the day is Trumpgate. It's a Ruski vote rigging wet dream for press card packing progtards who fantasize about Woodward and Bernstein glory. Yeah, the Russians did it. You know, that went out with the Cold War. Why are you that's old. You know, there's some styles that just really shouldn't come back. In their quotable quotes section, you only live once. But if you do it right, once is enough. Well, alrighty. Thank you, Mae West. Today's question is, does our commie toes MSM prove that insanity is contagious? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Now, this date in history, May the 12th, 2017, is today's date. But in 1777, May the 12th, Mikey Food Nazi Bloomberg chokes on his tofu when the New York Gazette runs first ice cream advertisement. Egad! Say it isn't so. It was probably unpasteurized milk as well. This date in history, 1925. A man blessed with compelling, questionable wisdom, Hall of Fame baseball great Lawrence Yogi Berra is born. Yes, on May the 12th. And finally, this date in history, 1928, May the 12th. Guess who isn't getting his ashes hauled? Italian thug / fearless leader Benito Mussolini ends women's rights in Italia. So, there you go. Whoa. Off to the side, they have a Mamma Mia stuff here. Mother's Day apparently isn't sufficiently piggish, so we're perpetrating the Pig-worthy Awards to make this annual outburst of sloppy sentimentality endlessly fun. So here we go. The Most Enthusiastic Mother Award. Our inspiration is the unrivaled queen of clown car nads is Michelle Duggar. Really? That woman in Arkansas who's already spawned 19 times. Wow. Media whoring, daughter pimping mom, Kris Jenner. There you go. Stage mommy is Dinah Lohan. Show me the money mommy. This is a no-brainer. Our inspiration is Katherine Jackson. The I Married E.T. Mama of the Year. They created that to give Katie Holmes Cruise her just reward for reproducing with Tom Cruise. The Repeat Offender Mommy of the Year. This award apparently reached critical mass when they heard that porn star Kardashian West mold breeding again. Oh. Ew. Nightmare on Maternity Street Award goes to the horrifying news that Shank Hilton added have a baby to her hot list. Oh, Lord. Wow. The Hot Mama Award goes to the heated pig bunker debate over... Okay, there was a heated debate over it. One that quickly devolved into one of the most memorable melees, and we finally decided to let our pigsters make this call. So, the rules of engagement. Oh, there's rules. So, you guys are going to have to play along on this. Figure out who the Hot Mama Award goes to. So, I will go ahead and share the pig. Y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on this Freaker Friday, May the 12th, 2017. I will be back tomorrow morning with Flasheroony Dorky Head for the Dork Table. But later on this evening, be sure to either stick around or check back because Grimner and Moose Girl will be on with the Freakers Ball, and that is always a fun time had by all. Once again, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock my time, 11 a.m., or, if you go by the schedule, noon Eastern time, is the dork table. Then, tomorrow afternoon is Kira with the bridge. Tomorrow evening is Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage. Then on Mother's Day, Grammy's going to be the mother of all music players. Correctamundo, Grammy. Grammy's going to kick off your Mother's Day with some blues around noon Eastern time, which is 11 o'clock my time again. And that's going to lead you right into Hal Anthony, who's going to open up a can of whoop ass on yo ass, all the while mommy gets to lay in bed and watch you squirm, because you're going to be feeding her in bed, don't you know? Because that's what you're supposed to do for Mother's Day. Damn it, you little turds. And then Sunday evening, if they're not busy doing Mother's Day fun things, Gary L. and Gigi's Boo will be around for the road less traveled. So lots of things going on this Mother's Day weekend. I'm not real sure what time I'm going to be back on Sunday, because I am going to see my mom tomorrow after the dork table, after I get all of that fun stuff done. So until then, y'all have an absolutely awesome, splendiferous weekend. And something that I saw earlier today that it kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with a sibling. Some great words by the Beatles. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. So, Mama's made a lot of love.